So welcome to our campsite for the second night, traveling across the states. The first night we just basically spent at a Walmart. We left London, Ontario, we traveled all the way to Iowa. It was about a 12-hour drive, quite a long drive, so basically we just crashed on the side of the road and we found a nice spot that, that looked safe, camped there in the parking lot, and now this is the second night. So I found this spot through an app called FreeRoam, and I'll link it in the description. It's really good. It gives you a nice description of what the site is. Some people post pictures sometimes. There's no ads or anything in the app, so it works really well. Yes, we got to this spot here, and it's just beautiful. Nice lake. You can hear the birds. It's just surrounded by birds, and it's a nice sunset. So we're going to really enjoy tonight. Got a little barbecue fire pit going in a bit, and then just relax. And tomorrow we've got about another 6-hour drive to get to Colorado, just on the other side of Denver. But let me show you around the campsite a little bit. Just check out that sunset. So here's our campsite right here, just up off the road a bit, just pulled over. But out of our window there, there's the view. So yeah, I think it's important. It's nice to just stop at a Walmart or something when you need to, but you got to also try and enjoy the drive at the same time. So you can find a few spots, where you're still driving far, but then you can relax a little bit. I think it makes the drive a lot better. Makes it not quite so painful. So we're just going to sit here tonight now. Get the fire going. Just relax a bit. So we'll see you in the morning. So here we got day 3 on our trip out west. And we're in Nebraska right now, that beautiful campsite. Waking up, it's cold out right now, so I think it's probably right around freezing, 32, 0 degrees Celsius. But one thing we've been noticing is the roads driving out west are very rough. A lot of the roads are concrete, and they've got a lot of joins in them, and so you do a lot of bouncing. So unless you have your trailer and your things in your truck really tied down well, if they're vibrating, they'll rub through. That goes for our wiring in our trailer. When we're attaching our wiring, make sure it's nice and tight. Otherwise, what will happen is as the wires are moving, they'll rub through. And I have had that inside my truck. I had one of my chairs, my lawn chairs, sitting on top of my propane tank, and the propane tank rubbed right through on a little small portion of the chair. So you can kind of gives you an idea of what's going on within your trailer. So anything that's rubbing like that, it'll wear through. One of the repairs I got to do this morning is I noticed the other night when I was filling up my diesel tank that this cover here was starting to crack. There's some little hairline cracks going on here, and I think what's happening is all the cracks are on this side of the bolt. So the wind's getting behind here, and it's pulling this thing out. You can see there the crack. I don't know if you can see that crack. But anyways, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to drill this side, and I'm going to run some tie straps in behind and just pull it in so that it's nice and tight. So then it's not flexing all the time, because it's the constant flexing that's cracking that. So that's what I'm going to do right now. So here's what I travel with for my tools. I've got this box. It's kind of just, this is my miscellaneous box. All the big stuff, pry bars, hammers, breaker bar, things in there, my impact, all that sort of stuff, drill bits, and then just a few different things here, Teflon tape, electrical tape, odds and ends. This is for the axle. I've got also a bearing in here for the axle, trailer axle, and then over there I've got all my sockets, wrenches, things like that. I know it's a lot, but when I'm traveling, I'd rather be able to fix it myself than calling a tow truck. A tow truck, especially when you're in some of these isolated spots, very expensive. and then I've got my multimeter. So what do you travel with? What do you like to pack with you? Or what have you used, found that, you know, this is the tool that I really needed? Or maybe you were out there and you're like, oh, I wish I would have had it. Anyways, let me know in your comments below, because I'd love to know what I'm missing here. Anyways, let's get started. Let's get this thing fixed and get on the road. Okay, so the cover was a little worse off than I thought. You can see here, it's cracked pretty bad there. So what I think I need right now is a little more surface area on the back side of here. And what I was going to do is, I've got this can from our dinner last night. I'm going to cut out that bottom part and drill it out and put that right on there. And then just epoxy it. And then I think that, combined with stopping it from flapping anymore, should make it stay on there. The last thing I want is this thing to blow off into traffic. Okay, so that's it. So this is all, it's got the patching behind here. It's all been epoxied, 5-minute epoxy, so it should be setting pretty strong. And then I attached these tie straps to stop it from really flexing out this way, trying to break that more. It's holding it in pretty good and tight. So I think that's it. Let's get going. Packed up and get out of here. Well, welcome to Colorado. So here's our first campsite. It's dispersed camping, free camping. It's just amazing. Check all those mountains in the background. Do you see those mountains? And there's the campsite right here. So we met up with my parents yesterday. They drove down from Alberta. We met up from them from Ontario. Anyways, we met here in Colorado. So again, it's a state park, free camping. If you want the locations, check out our Instagram. So go to Ways Out Back at Instagram, of course, and check those out. We're going to post locations and probably a lot more content on there. More photos, more day-to-day content, because it's a little bit hard to upload a YouTube video because of the limited bandwidth, the limited cell coverage where we're camping. Oftentimes, like here, there's barely any coverage at all. But yeah. Anyway, so check that out. Let me show you the campsite. It's an awesome, and a little bit of the view just over top of that ridge. There's a campsite down there. We just climbed up this little hill here. And check out the view here. There's the view. And it's nice and warm up here right now with the sun. So we're going to sit up here, have a coffee, and just relax. So we're just packing up now. We're leaving Boulder, Colorado area, and we're going to go now to Capitol Peak. So that's it for this video, and I'm just going to leave you with some of the shots that we've got of some of the hikes that we did around here, some of the shots of the campsite, but we'll see you in the next one.